This is something.
Oh, yeah. But we finally got that fixed. Everything's all set now. We're good to go. We're excited. Can't believe it.
Oh my God.
That's my little brother graduating.
Gosh, who is it? Oh yeah. So, you've been gone a long time. I forgot.
That's a great point.
No, he was fine. Do I like her? Oh, I didn't really have her. Yeah. Yeah. I had her for like a little bit. She was fine. Everybody's fine.
Yeah.
I'll go with your face. I will go with your face.
How do you like that? Is that good?
Sit down.
How you doing? Yeah, looked over, saw you sleeping. I was like, I'll bother him later.
Melissa,
I did.
now I just want to lay him on the seat because I have no one else.
We'll come back to haunt you at the worst time. Yeah, I don't. I don't remember a minute of it. Shooting a family friend. Yeah.
He's right there.
Ooh,
No, this guy. Amelia's guy.
not me. So who do you got here? Oh, cool.
please remain standing. Students and audience, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. I would like to invite our senior chorus to perform.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave? Please welcome Emily Francis for the invocation. We come before you today, not as a class, but as a family of students, teachers, parents, and administrators. As we approach a time of uncertainty and change, we ask for your guidance and comfort. We ask that you bless those who have helped us find our ways over the years. We are incredibly grateful to our parents who have stood by us with their patience, guidance, and courage throughout our years here at Onondaga. We appreciate the administrators, the Board of Education, and our community who have provided us with opportunities to receive an quality education. We thank you for the memories, the lessons learned, and the friendships made, and pray that they are never lost. Finally, we ask for a special blessing for the Onondaga Central graduating class of 2022 as we begin the next chapter of our lives. Please welcome Mr. Price, Superintendent of Onondaga Central Schools.
Please be seated. Welcome, parents, graduates, family, friends, faculty and staff, and the Board of Education members to Onondaga's 87th commencement ceremony. I'm happy to be joined by you today for our celebration of these fine graduates. It is with great pride and honor that I am here today with you at our commencement. Thank you for allowing me to serve our community as superintendent. It is my privilege and honor. Parents and guardian, thank you for choosing Onondaga Central above all other school districts and communities in Central New York to raise your families. Your trust and support in our school over the years is greatly appreciated. Thank you, administrators, faculty, and staff for your hard work and dedication. All the work getting ready today is more than just ordering caps and gowns, setting up the stage, and grooming the grounds. It has taken more than a decade of hard work and dedication. It has taken more than 15,000 hours and greater than 2,300 days working together. These years are filled with triumphs, defeats, bumps, bruises, tears of happiness and sorrow. All these experiences are lessons which have shaped these fine young men and women here today. This day is perfect. We are here and we're ready to close this chapter with you, graduates. The first chapter of your life has come to a close with all the perfections and imperfections. Our society places a lot of stress and prestige on perfection and is not always measured the same. We have many examples: pitching the perfect game, performing at the perfect concert, scoring 100 on a test, writing the perfect essay, having the perfect first date. The list goes on. We use this word daily. What is perfect? What does this mean to each of us personally? Merriam-Webster's dictionary has quite a few different pieces of definitions. The quality or state of perfection, freedom from fault or defect, the act or process of perfecting. Today I like the act or process of perfecting. It's interesting to me. It can help define the evolutionary process of growth. Are we really ever done becoming our best self? We are unique and perfect in our own state. What is your state of perfection? What do you do with imperfections? I recommend we embrace them. To change them, adapt, and live with them. Is anything or anyone really perfect? Working to be better than we were yesterday is a process and part of defining perfection. A state and a process of perfecting our unique selves, what makes us who we are, and not what others want us to be, or what we read or see or are told on social media. We are malleable, ever-changing and defining who we are, who we want to be, who we will become, not the images of perfection glorified on social media or trendy stereotypes, but the perfect we seek. A life that makes us happy, fulfilling, being loved, sharing love. Not a life necessarily measured by fame, glory, monetary things, and money, but by personal traits, connections, intellect, emotional happiness, and strength. How many times have we said or heard, everything will be perfect if? Then we realize we have another and another, everything will be perfect if. Perfection is not a destination, it is a journey, a process, a state of mind, a state of being that rests in your heart and mind, a state that is connected to happiness and joy. Graduates, it has been a pleasure and an honor to watch you grow and learn. Yes, all the perfect and not so perfect times or things. It has been our journey together. The experiences we shared have touched our hearts, strengthened our minds, forged lasting memories with times of happiness, and yes, a few times of sadness. Yes, all great times, filled with perfection and imperfections. The perfect happiness will be found in your heart and mind, not showcased and exploited or fabricated on social media. Graduates of the class of 2022, I wish you the warmest congratulations for your outstanding achievements. There is nothing more we can say or do. You've done it. Today we celebrate. Tomorrow you start the next chapter of your life. I wish you all the best of life can fill with happiness and joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Price. For the first time in recent OCS history, the graduating class of 2022 presents two salutatorians. The first co-salutatorian for the class of 2022 is Ricky Cobb. He is the son of Nancy Walker Cobb and Richard Cobb. He graduates with a cumulative grade point average of 98.91. Ricky will study computer science at the University of Miami in the fall. Congratulations, Ricky, on your outstanding achievements. Please welcome Ricky Cobb.
Oh, my fault. Good evening, family, friends, faculty and staff, and of course, my fellow classmates. In the process of writing this speech, I tried my best to keep it as short as possible for the sake of you guys. I think at this point, we all just want to graduate and be done for good. Anyways, I was sitting on my bed, trying to figure out what I was gonna write about. And this was actually Tuesday night, so I ended up cutting it a bit close. I had one started already, but as I was looking at it, I decided that I didn't like it. Eventually, I had another speech in the works, but like the previous, it was shortly scrapped. So then I was back at square one, and I started brainstorming again. You know, I could write about all of the wonderful teachers and everything we have learned thus far, but that seemed a bit cliche and boring. No offense to you guys. You're all awesome, and none of us would be here without you, so a big thanks to you guys. At this point, though, I was on the verge of giving up for the night, just to wait till the next day for it to happen all over again. And that's when it hit me. I was procrastinating. You know, many of us fall victim to procrastination, and some of us, dare I say, have become masters of it. I'd just like to clarify that I am by no means encouraging procrastination. Trust me, you do not want to be the one scrambling to write up that lab or get that English paper in last minute. I've definitely had my fair share of those moments. So remember to always get your work done ahead of time. Instead of procrastination, though, I'd like to refer to it as self-discovery in a sense. So, what causes us to procrastinate? Well, some of us chase the dream of winning a chip in whatever sport we participate in. Some preoccupy themselves with personal hobbies and interests. And some hang out with their friends or go to that party in the weekend. While I do believe that school is the top priority, we wouldn't be who we are without these opportunities of distraction. Speaking from personal experience, many probably remember me as the shy kid who wouldn't talk for the life of him, probably sitting by himself in the corner doing who knows what. But then, I decided to give sports a try and put myself out there a bit more in the world. I still remember that 6th grade basketball team. I'm pretty sure we never won a single game that year, and we might have been the worst team in history. But we had a blast and made friends for a lifetime. And here I am now. I'm sure that if you told me 10 years ago that I'd be up here speaking in front of all these people, I would have thought you were crazy. But I guess you never really know. Each one of us on this stage has had our own unique experiences. We've all grown from the first day we entered the high school building as tiny 7th graders. In the process, we've created all of the fond memories that bond us together. My favorite one just so happens to be our senior trip to Cedar Point. I'm telling you that slingshot ride was crazy, and it was definitely worth the $20. Oh, and shout out to my boy Tyler. So, take this as a message to procrastinate sometime in the coming years. It could be anything from finding a new passion or meeting a new group of people. These moments of distraction will continue to shape us far into the future because everyone still has room to grow. Thank you all for coming out, and congratulations to the class of 2022.
The other co-salutatorian for the class of 2022 is Vanessa Woolery. She is the daughter of Mia and Robert Woolery. She graduates with a cumulative grade point average of 98.91. Vanessa will study elementary education at Niagara University in the fall. Congratulations, Vanessa, on your outstanding achievements, and please welcome Vanessa Woolery.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vanessa, and I've been going to OCS since kindergarten. I can't put into words how much being a student at OCS has done for me, and how much it will always mean to me. Most of the students you see seated up here, I have personally known for close to 13 years. I have distinct memories of every single student who went to Rockwell Elementary that I will carry with me forever. Throughout the years, we have essentially grown up together, forming a similar bond shared by siblings. That's one of my favorite aspects about our school, how small and close-knit we all are. Even our new students who started coming here in middle or high school were able to quickly fit in and become a part of our bond. I'm so honored to be speaking as the class of 2022 co-salutatorian, but I want to take this time to also recognize my second family, my classmates, sitting up here with me. They have all worked so hard at everything they do, whether it was academics, sports, drama, art, music, dance, or anything else they are passionate about. They are never shy to show their school spirit or tiger pride, even if that means screaming the alma mater on the bus on our way home from our senior trip. Where did we go, Cooper and Molly? You have all impacted my time here so much, so I wanted to personally thank you all for everything. I love you guys. Throughout my time at OCS, I have learned the importance of two practices that have made me who I am today. I believe wholeheartedly they can help you achieve your goals and lead you to success. These two things are hard work and kindness. From a young age, both of my parents taught me the value of hard work. Even if I failed at what I attempted, as long as I put in my best effort, they would be proud of me. I carried this idea into my school years by creating good time management skills, studying days or even weeks in advance for a big test, staying after school with teachers for extra help, and doing my best on every assignment. I achieved what I did in high school, not by being naturally smart, because believe me, I'm not, but by always working hard and doing my best. Coming from a family of educators and athletes, I had excellent role models all around me, demonstrating what a good work ethic looks like. They taught me that not everything is going to come easy, and that I had to put in the work to achieve success. This led me to many accomplishments in my academic as well as athletic career, following in the footsteps of my grandfather and dad by becoming a Division I athlete. I wouldn't have made it to where I am today without my family, who have pushed me to be the best I can be, and instilled in me the ability to push myself when I know I can do better. Being able to push yourself physically and mentally gives you the opportunity to be the absolute best version of yourself. Even in the moment when you think that you can't do something, you have to look beyond that thought and not only tell yourself that you can do it, but that you will do it. Hard work is one of those things that benefits you, even if you aren't successful all the time. No matter the outcome, the hard work you put into something will always pay off in the end. If I gave up after all my mistakes, losses, and low test grades, I wouldn't be standing here as second in the class or a section champion in track and field. I want current and future OCS students to know that all those late night study sessions, after school periods with teachers, and maintaining focus during class does pay off. You don't have to be the smartest kid or get the best test scores to make it to the top. If you put in the work to maintain your grades, not only will you see outstanding results, but you will learn the skills that will take you far in your college and adult life. Kindness is defined as a type of behavior marked by acts of generosity, consideration, concern for others, without expecting praise or reward. The Catholic Church has taught me how to respect and understand others simply by loving thy neighbor. Even though it is directly linked to many religions, kindness is an act that can be and should be practiced by everyone. We have all learned in elementary school about the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Although it sounds easy enough, in practice it can be a lot harder than it seems. Many years ago, I decided to create a challenge for myself, to be the kindest person I can be every day. I will admit, sometimes it's a lot harder than one might think. Some days it was a struggle to be 100% perfectly nice to everyone I encountered on a day-to-day basis. The main takeaway from my challenge to myself was not that by doing so I would become the absolute nicest person in the world, but instead it would inspire me to try to be, or at the very least, teach me the value of being kind to others. Eventually, it became less of a challenge and more like a part of who I am as a person. I start every day with the intention of being kind, and I reflect on my actions when I recognize that I could have been a better person or done something nice for someone else. My reasoning for telling you all this is not to prove how good of a person I am, but because I want us all to take part in this challenge. Even when life gives you lemons and you have your own problems to deal with, show love to those around you. Help others with no intention of getting anything in return, because the biggest reward is the feeling you get when you make a difference in someone's life. Even things as simple as giving someone a compliment, holding the door for a stranger, or a greeting smile can improve someone's day. You never know what is going on in other people's lives, which is why it's important to be understanding and respectful of those around you, no matter how challenging that might be. Choose kindness by aligning yourself with those that also want to spread kindness. Again, to the current and future OCS students, don't be afraid to walk away from a group of friends that don't do what you know is the right thing to do. Stand up when you see something wrong happening, and if someone has to be the one to do the right thing or go against the grain, let it be you. Be a leader, create your own path, and inspire others to make good choices. When I was younger, my grandma used to walk my brother and I to the bus stop. She would always tell us the same thing every day right before we got on the bus. It's never the right time to do the wrong thing. Although repetitive, her words resonated with me and ultimately came to be a major value of mine now that I'm well into my teenage years and on the verge of becoming an adult. I ask you all now to remember the words that my grandma told me and live your lives by choosing kindness. Thank you to all the OCS teachers, administration, and staff who have personally helped me and my fellow graduates reach an accomplishment as grand as our high school graduation, and for shaping us into honorable citizens ready to start the next chapter of our lives. And thank you to my family and friends who have supported me in everything I do and believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. I will forever be grateful for the time I shared with the special people here at Onondaga Central, and I will never forget where I came from. To the class of 2022, I wish you all the best of luck with your future endeavors, and to everyone here joining us for this momentous occasion, work hard, never give up on yourself, and always treat people with kindness.
The valedictorian for the class of 2022 is Sophia Meyer. She is the daughter of Julie and Matthew Meyer. She graduates with a cumulative grade point average of 100.30. In the fall, Sophia will attend the University of Rochester, where she will study biology. To commemorate Sophia, who has attained this outstanding academic achievement of earning a GPA of over 100 for the past 4 years, we would like to honor her for pursuing and making education a priority. We encourage Sophia to continue working hard and hope she aspires to become a future leader in her career. Her tenacity inspires others to high standards of excellence, and we commend her for her positive influence. Please join me in congratulating this very hardworking student with an award of excellence in academic achievement. Sophia Meyer, please come up and accept this award of recognition. Your perseverance in high school here at OCS, and congratulations, we are proud of you.
Good evening, and congratulations to the class of 2022. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to start by thanking the faculty, staff, the Board of Education, Mr. Price, parents, family, and friends for all their time and dedication that they have put into our educational careers. Without the help of these people, none of us would be standing here today. I would also like to thank the senior class for making these past years the most memorable and creating times that I will cherish forever. Life is a series of races, and growing up, we always tend to look at races we will face in the future instead of focusing on the one right in front of our eyes. Standing here at the biggest starting line of our lives, I've come to realize that we can't help but look back, wishing we had lived more in the moment and longing for more time as little kids. But now, there is no finish line in sight, and that is both thrilling and nerve-wracking. We no longer have our parents' hands to hold, teachers readily available to watch over us, or most importantly, the familiar faces that we see each and every day within these walls. From this moment forth, we constantly come face to face with new people, adventures, problems that testify our ability to persevere. There will be times that we fail and continuously fall, but it's not about how many times we fall, it's about how many times we get back up and try again. This failure teaches us determination and persistence that helps us to make our way through whatever life has to throw at us. Throughout our time here, we've faced many obstacles, constantly jumping hurdles just to be met with another. The biggest hurdle of my and so many others' high school career has been realizing who we are and the people we hope to become. Figuring out how to balance schoolwork, sports, jobs, clubs, and other activities on top of the expectations of everyone around you can become draining and suffocating. These pressures can build up and make you feel like you're about to collapse, leaving you curious as to what you truly desire your future to look like. So use this day as a fresh start. Define yourself and take risks the way you want to. Do not let others determine your success and defeats. As humans, we tend to not like change, so it is easy for us to steer clear of things that might be out of our comfort zone. Even the simple changes we have faced, such as entering different school buildings or being given new coursework, used to feel like a big deal. But if we were to do it all over again, there would be no hesitation. These races are not always as scary as they first appear. And once they are done, it makes you want to do them all over again. This time, with a big smile on your face, knowing that you are more than capable of what's ahead. My fellow graduates, let this day not be your last race, but the beginning of your next, with more opportunities than ever. My second grade teacher has always reminded me, the goals you set are the goals you get. She is someone who has monitored my success since the day I left her classroom, and has always made sure I know that I have the ability to do anything I set my mind to. So go challenge yourself with new races. Face new obstacles head on, and be open to the potential coaches and teammates you encounter along the way. Before we got here, we faced relays, competing against and working with the many changes and challenges we were faced with over the years. Our teammates and competitors, be it our friends, teachers, or family members, have done their best to provide us with the batons to keep pushing forward. The past 13 years has been a long journey for us all. For those of us that have been together since kindergarten, as well as for those who have joined us along the way. Despite how we all got here, today marks the last time we will all be together in the same place. I am honored to have the privilege of sharing the stage with you all one last time. There may be reunions or gatherings in our future, but unfortunately, as life goes on, people are bound to be missing. It is important to remember that we all stand here today with a different goal in mind. We may all be at the same start, on the same team, but we are all in different lanes, going in different directions. Here is the starting line of the rest of our lives. On your mark, get set, go.
And now will Nicholas Toomey, Emily Timmerman, and Natalie Trotch, our senior class officers, please join Sophia and I at the podium.
Good evening. On behalf of the class of 2022, we would like to present a gift to show gratitude for the Onondaga staff, faculty, and community as a whole. We have thought about many things that could leave a standing memory of our class, but only one thing seemed meaningful enough.
Over the past 6 years of our time here in this building, all of us have had the privilege to work with our library aide, Mrs. Baminger. She has dedicated almost 40 years of her life to the students, staff, and community of Onondaga. She has left a lasting impression on the school district for years to come.
This past fall, Ms. Babinger was diagnosed with ALS. Students, staff, and other members of the school community came together to support Mrs. Babinger. Many fundraisers and donations have been made to help support her in her fight with this terrible disease.
With that, on behalf of the class of 2022, we are happy to donate the remainder of our class funds to the Upstate New York ALS Foundation in honor of Mrs. Babinger. The class of 2022 wants to thank her for everything she has done to her school throughout the years and to have a happy retirement.
On behalf of the Onondaga Central School District, I would like to thank the class of 2022 for their thoughtful gift. Now I'd like to share some statistics for the class of 2022 with you. This year's valedictorian is Sophia Meyer with an average of 100.30. This year's co-salutatorian is Rick Cobb with an average of 98.91. The other co-salutatorian is Vanessa Woolery also with an average of 98.91. There are 26 males and 30 females in this year's graduating class. 56 students are eligible to receive a Regents Diploma. 24 students are eligible to receive a Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation. 2 students are eligible to receive a Regents with Advanced Designation with Honors. 44 students will attend college. 23 will attend a 4-year college. 11 students have earned up to 19 college credits. 15 students will earn over 20 college credits. And 20 students are in National Honor Society. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Eric Swanson, our assistant principal, and he will announce the awards and scholarships.
The description for every scholarship will not be read. Only the name of the scholarship, the amount of the award, and the name of the recipient or recipients will be announced. Please refer to your program for additional details. Students receiving the awards, please come forward as your name is announced. I'd like to welcome Ray Anderson at this time to present the Raymond E. Anderson Salutatorian Scholarships. The recipients of the $300 Raymond E. Anderson Salutatorian Scholarships are Ricky Cobb and Vanessa Woolery. We would like to welcome Nicholas Toomey to present the Shirley A. Toomey Memorial Scholarship. The recipient of the $300 Shirley A. Toomey Memorial Scholarship is Vanessa Woolery. The recipient of the $1,500 Kephas Family Foundation Scholarship and an $800 Onondaga Faculty Association Scholarship is Kathleen Gunter. The recipient of the $1,500 Kephas Family Foundation Scholarship is Natalie Troch. The recipient of the $4,000 Kephas Family Foundation Scholarship and a $400 National Honor Society Scholarship is Vanessa Woolery. The recipient of the $4,000 Kephas Family Foundation Scholarship, a $400 National Honor Society Scholarship, and a $200 OCS Booster Club Scholarship is Nicholas Toomey. The recipient of the $3,000 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation and an $800 Onondaga Faculty Association Scholarship is Jordan Wood. The recipient of the $2,000 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation and a $500 Jonathan Diaz Memorial Scholarship is Sienna Briere. The recipient of the $1,500 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship is Ricky Cobb. The recipient of the $1,500 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship is Morgan Holsinger. The recipient of the $1,500 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship is Jack Holsinger. The recipient of the $1,000 Brian D. Carpenter Memorial Scholarship is Mara Strand. The recipient of a $1,000 Onondaga Central Education Foundation Scholarship is Cecilia Alanis. The recipient of a $1,000 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship is Brianna Jacobson. The recipient of the $500 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship and a $250 Floyd A. Fisher Scholarship is Lana Thousand. The recipient of the $500 Onondaga Central School Education Foundation Scholarship is Caitlin Dankew. The recipient of the $300 Character Education Scholarship and a $100 Margaret Manganello Memorial Scholarship and an $800 Onondaga Faculty Association Scholarship is Jeffrey Bennett, Jr. The recipient of the $500 Carolyn Cameron Carter Scholarship is Zachary Groling. The recipient of a $500 Charles and Rosalind Malloy Scholarship is Colin Janes. The recipient of the $500 Eric Kunai Jr. Memorial Scholarship is Gianna Frasina. The recipients of the $300 Howe Memorial Scholarship are Nadia Hall and Hannah Isgar. The recipient of the $150 Ida Gleason Memorial Scholarship is Cody Bennett. The recipient of the $1,000 Jim Delaney Memorial Scholarship, a $350 Ann June Law Memorial Scholarship, and an $800 Onondaga Faculty Association Scholarship is Emily Francis. The recipient of the $500 Len Fellows Scholarship is Jocelyn Donath. The recipient of the $250 Lieutenant James C. Goodman Jr. Memorial Scholarship is Destiny Baxter. The recipient of the $100 Margaret Manganello Memorial Scholarship is Alexis Murphy. The recipient of the $500 Marilyn and David Dominic Scholarship is Caleb Button. The recipient of the $6,000 Moore Pausland Scholarship and a $200 OCS Booster Club Scholarship is Sophia Meyer. The recipient of a $200 Nedrow Volunteer Fire Department Auxiliary Community Service Award and a $250 William B. Johnson Scholarship is Jesse Abert. recipients of the $200 OCS Booster Club Perseverance Scholarships are Amelia Shackleton and Paul Adams. The recipient of the $600 Onondaga Central Class of 1965 Scholarship is Emily Timmerman. The recipient of the $300 Onondaga Central Class of 1968 Scholarship is Chance Hill. The recipient of the $400 Onondaga Non-Instructional Staff Association Scholarship is Riley Cox. The recipient of the $250 Reno Colati Memorial Scholarship is Jessica Thorpe. The recipient of the $250 William Harold Hull Scholarship is Caitlin Abbott. May we give a round of applause for all of our scholarship recipients. Mr. Price and Mr. Mumford, would you please assist with the presentation of diplomas? Sophia Elizabeth Meyer, University of Rochester. Sophia is the recipient of a New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence, a Section 3 Scholar Athlete Scholarship, and a Rochester National Grant. Caitlin Abbott, Onondaga Community College. Jessie Ann Abert, State University of New York at Oswego. Paul Monroe Adams, Onondaga Community College. Cecilia Alanis, New York University. Cecilia is a recipient of the College of Arts and Sciences Scholarship. Alexis Baker, Employment. Destiny Kaylin Baxter, Employment. Ricky Lee Kopp, University of Miami. Ricky is the recipient of a King's Achievement Scholarship and Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Vanessa Woolery, Niagara University. Vanessa is the recipient of a Niagara University Presidential Scholarship and a Niagara University Track and Field Athletic Scholarship. Shaylin Ellen Bell, Bryant and Stratton. Shaylin is the recipient of a Bryant and Stratton Esports Scholarship. Jeffrey T. Bennett Jr., Onondaga Community College. Jeffrey is the recipient of a Beverly L. Smith Initiative Scholarship. Sienna Briere, Rochester Institute of Technology. Sienna is the recipient of an Empower Federal Credit Union Scholarship, an RIT Presidential Scholarship, and an RIT grant. Kayla Elizabeth Button, Onondaga Community College. McKenna Elizabeth Cousineau, Elmira College. McKenna is the recipient of a Langdon Scholarship.
Riley Christine Cox, State University of New York at Portland. Caitlin Juwan Dankyu, Onondaga Community College. Joshua A. Davis, Onondaga Community College. Joshua Joseph Decker, Employment. Jocelyn Elizabeth Donath, State University of New York at Portland. Haley Lynn Ipe, Cazenovia College. Haley is a recipient of the Cazenovia Founders Scholarship. Ryan Fowler, Onondaga Community College. Emily O'Hara Francis, State University of New York at Cortland. Emily is a recipient of SUNY Cortland's Dean Scholarship. Gianna Rose Frasina, State University of New York at Cortland. Gianna is a recipient of a President's Scholarship. Christopher Griskowskis, Employment. Zachary Michael Groling, Onondaga Community College. Kathleen Kimberly Gunter, Onondaga Community College. Margaret Jane Hass, University of Phoenix. Muammer Herkik, Onondaga Community College. Chance Hanyosley Hill. Nathan Owen Robert Manos, Trade School. Nadia Hall, State University of New York at Adirondack. Jack Holsinger, Rochester Institute of Technology. Jack is a recipient of an RIT grant and an RIT Founders Scholarship. Morgan Holsinger, State University of New York College of Environmental Science and Forestry. Morgan is a recipient of a 1911 scholarship, a Centennial Hall Scholarship, and an ESF President Scholarship. Colton Gerald Morgan, Employment. Hannah Isgar, Onondaga Community College. Brianna Louise Jacobson, University of Hartford. Brianna is recipient of a University of Hartford President's Scholarship and a University of Hartford University grant. Colin Douglas Janes, Siena College. Colin is a recipient of a Franciscan Scholarship and a St. Francis Scholarship. Cooper Luxinger, Employment. Cooper is the recipient of a CNY Chapter Scholarship and will work for his father, eventually taking over RJ Landscaping. Connor James Matthews, Northwest Lyman College. Alexis Lynn Elizabeth Murphy, Onondaga Community College. Tyrese Roberts, Employment. Aiden Stone Ryan, Onondaga. Amelia Rose Shackleton, Onondaga Community College. Leo Smith, Onondaga Community College. Leo is a recipient of the United Nations Scholarship and an NYSIA Scholarship. Mara Strand, State University of New York at Cortland. Please welcome Liz Bort, class of 2022, advisor and parent of Nick Taylor. Nicholas John Taylor, Onondaga Community College. Jessica Grace Thorpe, Onondaga Community College. Lana Thousand, Cazenovia College. Lana is the recipient of a Founders Award and a Cazenovia Commitment Award. Emily Timmerman, Binghamton University. Emily is the recipient of a Wegland Scholarship and a Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Nicholas David Toomey, State University of New York at Oswego. Nicholas is the recipient of a Presidential Scholarship, a German American Society of Central New York Scholarship, a Section 3 Scholar Athlete Scholarship, and an NYSCO PBA Scholarship. Natalie Elizabeth Troch, Onondaga Community College. Connor Van Wormer, Employment. Cameron Winton, Employment. Jordan Wood, Rochester Institute of Technology. Jordan is the recipient of the RIT Presidential Scholarship. Congratulations, class of 2022. Best wishes in your future endeavors. Please welcome Mr. Mumford for his address to the candidates.
Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Price, Mr. Cirilli, faculty, staff, parents, guests, and the class of 2022, good evening. We made it to this day, graduation. To the class of 2022, you've faced adversity, you've faced challenges, and you've made it. Now you're about to walk the stage, graduates of the Onondaga Central School District. On this day of endings and beginnings, I would like to share one last quote from the late Walt Disney. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Your future is bright. Be curious, trust your heart, and remember, at Onondaga, tradition never graduates. The class of 2022, please rise. Graduates, it's my pleasure to introduce the senior high chorus as they sing our alma mater.
In this wide, spacious valley, she stands beautiful to see. 'Tis our own dear alma mater, school of youth and gaiety. We will strive to ever serve her, carry onward through the years. Goals once reached by those before us, reach by smiles as well as tears. Proudly now come join the chorus, join with us and gladly sing. Oh, Onondaga, make the joyful bells ring.
At this time, I would like to welcome Gianna Frashina to the stage to announce the benediction.
So now, as we all enter the next chapter of our lives, may we not forget the place that got us all here. Let us cherish the memories and friendships that we have all made here forever. We thank our teachers, staff, and parents for all their assistance over the years. May God help us all find our way in this life, no matter where it takes us. Thank you, Onondaga. You will never be forgotten.
At this time, all graduates, please remain standing for the final declaration. By the power vested in me by the Board of Regents of the New York State Education Department, I now declare you graduates of the Onondaga Junior Senior High School class of 2022. Students, you can now move your tassels from right to left. And that concludes our ceremony. Congratulations.